Yeah, I mean, once there were 15 rounds of voting back in January to make him the Speaker of the House, that he was that walking wounded, that he had to make all of these mysterious side deals that they were never transparent about and they refused to disclose to the American people. Once he was anointed Speaker that way, there was a proverbial gun to his head the entire time, and then this was going to be the inevitable outcome. He wasn't going to make an entire year Speaker. He was going to get removed. When you see this much power, when you're so desperate to just get the name Speaker of the House, above your office, and you're willing to do anything and say anything and make a deal with anyone to try to achieve that, well, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be held hostage. It is insane that a conference of more than 200 members has allowed themselves to be taken hostage by 6, 7, 8 radical MAGA extremists. That is not the way to function. That is not the message you want to send, that if you trust us with the majority, this is how we're going to conduct it, that it's just going to be chaos and dissension and pettiness. And this is exactly what the Republican majority has given us. And really, all they're doing now is taking out a giant billboard saying, vote for Democrats in 2024 if you want competency, because if you stick with us, it's just going to be chaos.
And you know, Molly, here is actually Matt Gaetz on the beat several weeks ago attacking Kevin McCarthy. Take a quick listen.
Kevin McCarthy lying like a dead dog. That is an abject lie from a sad and pathetic man who lies to hold on to power. He lied to get power in January when he made this agreement, and he's lying now. Eventually, the lying has to come to an end, and the votes are going to start on a motion to vacate.
So, Molly, kind of selfishly, I want to ask on behalf of Floridians, what is this win, and I'll put that in quotes today, for Matt Gaetz' vote for his rumored run for Florida governor? We've been hearing that chatter a lot, not only here in Florida, but nationally. Do you think this was some type of very public power play for people to say, look, I'd make it, if I'm Matt Gaetz, I'd be a great governor for you in Florida?
Yeah, I mean, look, these MAGA Republicans are incentivized to make scenes, right? That's what we've seen. We saw that with Marjorie Taylor Greene. We saw that with Lauren Boebert. They can fundraise. They can make scenes. That said, I do not think Matt Gaetz is just doing this to make scenes as much as I do think he loves it. I think part of this is Matt Gaetz is doing what he thinks Donald Trump wants him to do. And these eight members of Congress are not acting out of their own sort of animus towards Kevin McCarthy. They're really acting in a way because they think that Donald Trump wants them to. And remember, we know this because Donald Trump has gone on Truth Social and said shut down the government. So I think and then he was very mad at Kevin McCarthy for not shutting down the government. So I think ultimately this is not Matt Gaetz alone. But yes, I'm sure he loves the small dollar donations and the media attention.
Yeah, and Kurt McCarthy catering to MAGA, meeting with Trump at Mar-a-Lago after January 6th, caving into MAGA demands in exchange for that speakership, but it wasn't enough. So, is there a lesson there? Selling out to MAGA really doesn't pay.
Yeah, it's that if you lay down with dogs, you're going to get fleas. At the end of the day, no matter what you do, no matter how much you give these people, it's never going to be enough, and it always ends the same way. It ends with you humiliated. It ends with you embarrassed. It ends with you being made an example of. It ends with them always turning on you. Why anyone thinks that if you kowtow to Donald Trump, that somehow it's going to end well for you, go ask Michael Cohen how it turned out for him. Go ask Jeff Sessions how it turned out for him. Go ask John Kelly how it turned out for him. The entire history of the Republican Party over the last 6, 7 years is littered with the political bodies of anyone who pledged loyalty to Donald Trump and ended up where they are right now. It doesn't end well. You don't come out any better, any stronger. You just lose your integrity. You just lose your reputation. And it ends with you being mocked and humiliated. Why anybody would want to sign up for that is beyond me at this point.